Welcome to Real Scotsman's Journey. I want to talk about the prison system between the Scotland law and the English law, which I got caught up in 2015. I got arrested for an assault charge in 2015, March 2015 it was. Now February that year, I think it was either the 1st or the 2nd of February 2015, a law came out. If you get a sentence 12 months and under, you've got to go in. So say you get 7 months, you go in, do your 7 months, come out, but you've still got 12 months probation on top of that. And they can recall you. You're not allowed to hang about with criminals, you're not allowed to be using drugs, stuff like that. Now, the problem I had with me, now this is pure corruption for you guys, right? Now, an 8-week sentence for an assault, right? But first, the lawyer I had was from Birmingham, right? I tried to get my own lawyer from Aberdeen. I phoned him from the police station, because he's a 24-hour service, right? He couldn't do it, and he couldn't do it, because he wasn't trained in English law. None of my lawyers was, and the two lawyers, they're partners, and they're good. I put them over 20 years. And so, when they were taking his trial, I would have been out on bail for 6 months, and then I got a longer sentence, right? So I knocked on the glass panel, you can't hear, you get it soundproof, right? But luckily the judge saw me doing it, right? And he went to my lawyer, he went, I think your client's wanting you, so he came up, I went, just plead guilty. And I knew it would only be an 8-week charge, it would be a few months anyway, I knew that, for an early plea, right? So I did that, got an 8 weeks, right? If I took it to trial, I'd have got 6 months bail, then I would have probably got another 6 months on top of that, so altogether 12 months, right? So I couldn't do it, so I had to stay with this lawyer, waste of time. Now, when I first left the prison, out of 8 weeks, it's 28 days, right? So I did 28 days, came out. Now, I'm not allowed to hang about with criminals, right? Listen to this one, guys. I'm not allowed to hang about with criminals or live near criminals. Now, I've got no family ties in Birmingham, but I had to stay, by law, I had to stay in Birmingham. They didn't want me to come back to Scotland because they know if I hit Scotland, all that charges would have got squashed. I'd have probably done one night in prison and walk free. So they wouldn't wanted me going, and they punished me 12 months. 12 months for like 5 years. Trust me in that one. And at the same time, they didn't want me back in Scotland, so I couldn't fight for my daughter. So they must take my daughter in care. So that's why they kept recalling me. They keep me in custody so they could take my daughter off me in care. Because they couldn't get the belongings because I had everything for her. I had 2, 3 of everything, and that's guaranteed. The social workers have seen this. Money situation, that wasn't a problem either. I got enough benefit through my medical and that, and money saved up as well when I was in prison. A lot of money, saving up. Because I never told the fuckers the truth, because I didn't want to tell them the truth because of the corruption. I knew this was going to happen, So anyway, I got released. But the day you leave prison, you got to go straight to probation. I never knew that. That's the first day they recalled me, right? So I went on the run, for 10 days. They caught me in London, on the bridge, arrested me there. They made a big thing of it, all because I'm Scottish, that's all it was. And because it was an assault, and a lot of my charges are assaults, So I ended up getting 8 weeks, came out, done 28 days. So they put me into a bail hostel. Yeah, criminal justice for you. A bail hostel full of criminals. But it says on my prison license, I wasn't allowed to stay near criminals, and I wasn't allowed to hang about with criminals, and I wasn't allowed to talk to criminals. It said that on my license. So they put me on a license full of criminals. A probation hostel was. I was only there, not even 24 hours. By the day I got released, by the end of that day, that was my first recall. I'm like, nah, they're up here doing something, So I was going to get back to Scotland as quick as possible because I know if they lifted me in Scotland, they were happy to keep me in Scotland. I mean, because the social workers wanted me up here. This is where it got funny, guys. So they managed to keep me in England. I mean, and then at the same time, my daughter probably went around three different foster parents. Then she stuck with one until the end, up until a few years ago, you know. But that's corruption, all because I wanted to come back to Scotland to fight for my daughter. It's all because I come off the gypsy travelling community. That's what it is. And they knew that. A gypsy travelling community. That's what it is. I'm not down as that, but that is what I am. I'm a Stuart. I'm proud of it, you know. I'm Stuart. She's got to keep my last name, so I believe by law. She's got to keep. They can do anything with the first name, but they can't do anything with the surname. So good. She's a Stuart. I mean, I must get up your noses every day when you think of me, guys. You know, as soon as you see my daughters. I mean, she's 9 now, you know, though she's bigger up shit years. So anyway, so that's the English law and Scottish law for you. You know, they knew if I came back here, I'd have been walking and for one at a house, and I did have a house up until I got sentenced. You know what I mean? At a house in Banff. You know what I mean? And they knew that. You know what I mean? But guys, I just want you to know the law, because that law is going to come to Scotland sooner or later. It hit England in 2015. I mean, and a lot of people in the jail for domestics. Nothing's happening to them. In Scotland, where you get like battered or you get slashed or something like that, you know what I mean? For a domestic, you know what I mean? In England, it's full of it. Every jail. I was in 2 jails. I was in Winson Green. That was my first jail, Winson Green. I was like Ballini, a shithole, you know what I mean? And then when I got my sentence, I got caught in Manchester when my daughter was born, so I had to get recalled from there. So I thought I was going back to Winson Green. I didn't want to go to a shithole, you know. And the dirty jail, cockroaches, everything, a horrible place. I mean, and that's a true fact. And I'll tell you about Winson Green, full of cockroaches, and strange ways. I mean, I was a good jail. I like strange ways. It's full. People doesn't understand unless you've been to strange ways, you know. Like strange ways is full of scousers, and that's a fact. I've seen probably about half a dozen Manchester people, but because majority of them are Scousers. My partmate was a Scouser, all his boys were Scousers. Every single person I spoke to in that wing was Scousers. Detox wing, Scousers. I mean, great lads. Great lads. Looked after me. And I had no money coming in or nothing. I smoked. My partmate never smoked, you know what I mean? But he made sure he got fags for me every day though. I mean, all I did was cleaned out the cell, let him go about with his pals. Didn't really know them, you know what I mean? But they treated me well, treated me with respect. So I just cleaned out the pad, he got the fags on me. It wasn't a plan like that. That's the way I wanted it, you know. So he goes out every day and I clean the pad twice a day, lunchtime and day, supper time. I mean, and put clothes, separate clothes from his clothes and my clothes and that, I mean. But yeah, brilliant in there, like, I mean, but that's the law. I mean, you never hang away with criminals, so they put you in a bail hostel full of criminals, and I got recalled for it. I mean, how could that happen, guys, But it did. I mean, thank you and God bless. And remember, that law is coming to Scotland sooner or later. 12 months or under, it's called. Thank you, God bless. The real Scotsman's journey.